Hi, welcome to Getting It All Out, where we try to get it all out there. We thank you for joining us on this awesome Mississippi day. Audience discretion is advised. The show may contain adult language and adult content. We do not own the rights to any music played on the podcast. All views and opinions given are only those of the podcast panel and no one else. And with that being said, let's give thanks to our awesome sponsors and, of course, pay some bills. Got visions? Check out V Enterprise 20 LLC, where they work to make dreams a reality. Work on Me Therapeutic Massage LLC, working to keep you in motion. Polk Lawn Services, where beautiful lawns don't appear by themselves. And we'll be back with our show.
What's up? What's up? Y'all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We back with Getting It All Out. And tonight's topic is pain that people are in. Now I know some of you all are already scratching your head. What are they got going on tonight with the pain that people are in? But we do need to realize that people are in a lot of pain. A lot of people are hurting for many different reasons. And it's a lot that tie into that pain, and we're going to get it all out and we're going to talk about it tonight. Let me give you the definition to pain so nobody be confused or bewildered. Pain itself, a distressing feeling often caused by intense or damaging stimuli. Physical pain, the feeling of discomfort, soreness, aching, or irritation. Emotional pain, a state of feeling broken that involves the experience of being wounded, a loss of self, disconnection, and critical awareness of one or more negative attributes. Examples of physical pain: headaches, post-surgical pain, post-trauma pain, lower back pain, childbirth, menstrual cramp, cancer, arthritis, neurogenic pain, psychogenic pain, and none other than our corona.
Hey, I know you
tell me we ain't dealing with
COVID-19.
Right. Okay. Examples of emotional pain, and then after I give the examples, I will kick it to our special guest tonight, none other than our own KML. Examples of emotional pain: depression, guilt, failure, rejection, loneliness, brooding, grief, and world pain. With everything that is going on in the world, such as police brutality, COVID pandemic, racism, losses, and injustice, it can cause everyone pain. Living in a world that disappoints and enrages us, we feel the pain when the world doesn't live up to our expectations. We want to give a special look tonight at our girl, none other than KML. Give it up to KML.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing out there?
Work on Me Therapeutic Massage. Listen to me. You're going to want to see her when we get through with this topic. Because she's going to work out every pain you got. Psychological, neurological, physical, emotional. She can go to it and she can work it out. What you got on it? KML killing herself. Laughing.
Yes.
This is your girl, KML. By day, I am a massage therapist, a licensed massage therapist, and my task tonight is to talk about the importance of therapeutic massage. In an article written by Harvard, it says therapeutic massage may relieve pain by way of several mechanisms, including relaxing painful muscles, tendons, and joints, relieving stress and anxiety, and possibly helping to close messages to and from the brain. Therapeutic massage is an active area of research, and particularly it has been studied for its effects on pain in the back, hands, neck, and knees, among other areas. A study published in Complementary Therapies in Clinical Practice showed a reduction in hand pain and an improvement in grip strength among people who had 4 weekly hand massage sessions and did self-massages at home. They also slept better and had less anxiety and depression than people in the control group who did not receive a hand massage. There are several styles of massage. All styles of massage is to reduce muscle soreness, relieve lower back pain, reduce surgical pain post-op, minimize surgical scar tissue superficially and deep. Terms you may hear in a massage session: light, firm, or deep pressure, ouch, discomfort, pain, breathe. What are the styles of massage I use? Swedish, which is a relaxation massage, a use of effleurage or gliding stroke, reasons to soothe aching muscles. My specialty, deep tissue massage, which is body work, a use of kneading and petrissage, working and pressing into the muscle and soft tissue. Reason to target tissue and muscles deep below the skin surface in order to release tension, minimizing, not mobilizing fluids within the muscle tissue, and unrestricting blood flow. Another massage style is structural massage. Structural massage is to realign and lengthen the muscles neck. Next is trigger point therapy or acupuncture, to set into the muscle and hold in position. Reason is to relieve pain caused by small constricted areas of the muscle. There is a sports massage, and sports massage focuses on healing and recovery, treat and prevention of sports-related injuries. Then there is the chair massage, my least favorite, where an individual sat in a chair to be massaged. For me, it's about a quick fix, treating immediate pain or discomfort in an area of the upper body above the waist. Now that I have familiarized our listeners with the different styles of massages and their purposes, I want to actually share with them what can actually happen in a session. When you get on the table, the first thing I ask you to do is breathe. Inhale and exhale 3 times. On your last time, engage all muscles on inhalation and blow out of your mouth air on exhalation. We're ready to begin. Your first session is to communicate with me about what you're experiencing in your body. Next session with me is less talking and utilizing techniques that will effectively bring desired results during the second session. As at the end of the session, which is the follow-up, determines whether or not to continue treatment for an X amount of time or conclude for an X amount of time.
It's many distresses that the body go through, and there are trigger points or trigger areas in the body that having the knowledge of where those are and knowing when to touch those or how to touch those can relieve pain. Many people for a long time thought that massage therapy was something, it was an indulgence. Mm-hmm. And it's so much more than that. The medical field is now recognizing massage therapy as well as physical therapy and occupational therapy. Massage therapy works with the muscles So many times those knots you feel is just pain entrapped. It's emotional pain that's trapped, that's trying to find a way of getting out. Massage therapy is very important in a person living their best life. I think that we're past the point of being indulged or do this when I've saved up enough money. It has now become one of the things that replace opioid use.
Okay.
Right.
Because opioids only work on the symptom, not the person as a whole. Massage therapy encapsulates the body, the soul, and mind. And if you want healing in that way, massage therapy is where you want to be. To relieve tension headaches, just last week, TT had a headache.
Mm-hmm.
And I took her in the kitchen. We was in the kitchen, and she's like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go on, blah, blah, blah. And I took her in there. I said, okay, what have you been doing? Have you been holding your head down, holding up, moving, She said, I've just been doing lots, I just got a headache. So immediately when I touched her neck, I knew what she had done. And so I touched the trigger points in the back of her neck underneath her skull. And I told her to breathe. The breathing is very important. Because when you inhale and exhale, that brings oxygen to the muscles as well as blood flow.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times you have things in your body that will stop the natural flow of the blood. Not to say that you're going to die, but it slows it down. And it's not, your body is supposed to constantly flow with blood. Mm-hmm. You're supposed to be able to circulate evenly from heart to wherever else, all the organs and all the muscles. And when that doesn't happen, you what? You have pain.
Mm-hmm.
So I went in there and my nephew was talking about, that ain't gonna work. You thinking, blah, blah. And so I did it, and I told her, I said, breathe. And as I mentioned, I said, the pain is gonna get less and less because the tension is reducing underneath my thumb.
Mm-hmm.
And in about 5 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 7, I'll say 7 minutes,
right.
the headache was gone.
It's gone. And it literally was, people. And with that being said, we're going to kick it to our first break. DJ Vibe, take us to our first break.
Alrighty then. I love that
It
though.
feels so much better.
Hi, my Mississippians. This year we voted for some key initiatives in Mississippi. Most Mississippians voted for the Medical Marijuana Amendment, Initiative 65 and Alternative 65A. Most Mississippians voted for the state flag referendum, which would, after over 125 years, change our state flag. And the big initiative that most Mississippians voted for was to remove all Jim Crow era provisions from our Mississippi Constitution. Way to go, Mississippians. Way to bring in a new sip. We thank everyone that voted. We'll be back with more of our show.
Okay, we're back.
I had a question. So,
Yes, ma'am.
whenever you take Advil, Tylenol, etc., what does that do? Does that remove that tension?
That treats the symptom.
Great question, Bad J. It's a temporary fix. Massage therapy treats the person as a whole. It's holistic in nature. If you treat the person, the pain the person experiences can and will go away for a longer period of time or never return, unlike taking pills. Pain comes in many forms in the body: nerve, muscular, emotional, mental, and post-surgical.
And we have somebody, we do our part 2 of this, because this is our part 1, because this is something major that will help people that's dealing with day-to-day issues, dealing with day-to-day life, dealing with physical pain, emotional pain, you know what I'm saying, neural pain, wherever the pain is coming from. We have somebody for part 2 that will answer and that has did the research in depth and studied more in the neuropsychology of pain. What we're going to do now is we're going to kick it to DJ Vibe. What do you have on the pain? Pain itself, physical pain, and emotional pain.
Physical pain. I've definitely had my share of headaches and post-surgical. I've had a couple of surgeries.
Amen.
And I understand where KML is saying as far as a pill does not cure the nerve pain. Because that nerve pain is something else. They give you all kind of medication. I had one pill where I actually was supposed to take like 8 of those pills that day. 8 of those pills it's supposed to be for your nerves.
Right.
It did nothing for my sciatic pain. My sciatic pain was awful. And it still can be sometimes. So that pain is pretty bad. And I really want to get into that massage thing now. That I listen to it more. You know, I need to.
But then, let me help you out. Let me
You
help
getting an understanding.
Yeah, you know.
Being educated.
To give understanding of sciatic pain, DJ Vibe, sciatic nerve pain is pressure on the sciatic nerve, usually caused when a herniated disc or bone spur in the spine presses on the nerve. Massage therapy can alleviate that pain by reducing inflammation in the muscles surrounding the nerve. Foot reflexology, trigger point therapy, acupressure in this area or in the areas that correspond with the region, meridians, or channels of that area.
Okay, no pill can't correct that.
Yeah.
What you need is massage therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that all pills are bad. I'm not saying that. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But for that, you need that area worked. Deep tissue, you need deep tissue. You need that area worked. You need that relief of it. Okay, take your thumb and put it in the side of your hip.
Mm-hmm.
Do you immediately feel a discomfort?
Well, sometimes I can do that, and I can actually feel it in my ankle almost.
Right. And see, everything is connected.
Yeah.
But you need massage therapy to work that down to that ankle. And
all
see, if you work that area where the sciatic nerve is and the sciatic pain that you are dealing with, I don't have to go to your ankle.
Yeah.
But I can do foot reflexology that corresponds with the area in your body and not even touch your sciatic nerve, and I can correct it from there. That's what all massage therapy entails. You know, massage therapy can improve cardiovascular health. My sister and I, we deal with cardiovascular. We deal with heart disease. It's in our family. It runs in our family. But it can improve that. Massage therapy can improve a weekly session, a bi-weekly session. Any session is better than no session at all.
Yeah.
Because massage therapy helps a person live their best life. It can decrease rheumatoid arthritis pain. But you got to know what you're doing. And I do know what I'm doing. Lower blood pressure, increase circulation, relieve tension, reduce stress. Everybody needs a stress reliever.
Yes.
There's nothing like being in a massage therapy treatment room, being relieved of stress. The first thing I do when I go into a session is ask the person that will be receiving the massage to take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Relax your mind. And they say that the people around me say that I take a different tone when I'm out trying to promote, like what I'm doing here today, therapeutic massage. When you come into my session, then there's a different vibe there. And so I try to create that vibe to reduce that stress. And you heard what Harvard School of Medicine says, that it improves sleep. Does it improve sleep, TT?
It does improve sleep. And with that being said, we're going to kick it over to Batty J. What do you have on pain itself, physical pain, and emotional pain?
Okay, the only physical pain I've endured are migraines and menstrual cramps, what I'm experiencing now.
Woo, Jesus.
We've all been there.
She can work on that.
I've endured emotional pain mostly, which was from my childhood, which I discussed in the forgiveness episode. I've also did endure physical pain from being raped at 7. Some of the examples that we are going to let you guys know in this episode on how to cope with pain, I've used some of those tips and it has helped me, but I've also realized that if it wasn't for those experiences that I've dealt with, I wouldn't be as strong as I am today. So that's what I have on physical and emotional pain.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, when you kick it over to TT, you know what I'm saying, with pain, I want to elaborate on some of what KML has brought out in her being able to be a massage therapist, and she is licensed. You know, that's, I think, is why they say sex is a good stress reliever, because she was talking about the human touch. You know what I'm saying? When you are having sex, you're vulnerable. And the reason why I say that you show that vulnerability because you're naked. You know what I'm saying? And we know how we get in front of the mirror and how we view things like, I wish I didn't have those love handles, and I wish my stomach wasn't out to there, or you know, you got sagging breasts, hanging breasts, good breasts, no breasts, all of that. But it's just that human touch. You began to relax and become at ease when you're in a sexual atmosphere. So I concur with KML on the massage therapy, that touch. You know what I'm saying? Because you're also vulnerable on her table. On her table, you letting go. That's why she tells you to inhale and exhale. Because at the same time she's pushing on those pressures and she's touching those tension areas, she's telling you to release that. Where if you're at work or you're on the football team, basketball team, you're intense because it's all about, I gotta make that perfect shot. When you're on the job, you know what I'm saying, I got to close that deal. Yeah. Or I got to make sure that this is
Make
right.
that
Make sure, right. Exactly, for sure. But I'm saying, you know, so you're intense all day. So when you go to her table and she comes in and says, you know, inhale and exhale, she's asking you, okay, relieve whatever it is you've done for today. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then when she go in with that human touch, because it's nothing like a human touch. The first thing you felt when you was born was what? Touch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. The last thing you feel when you going out, you don't know it. Everybody else know it. Right. But it's the touch. You know, the Undertaker. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So massage therapy works. Hey, I'm a witness to it. I look forward to I look forward to every other Friday. Like, I'm mad if she late. I'm like, hey man, look, I'm a paying client. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. You know, like, ask her. I get eager to get on that table. Think it's a game. But
she's serious about her therapeutic massage.
She has even put me to sleep. She has literally had to wake me up and go, girl, get on off this table. I'm done. I was done 20 minutes ago. You up here snoring. You know what I'm saying? Because you need that relief. You need that. Hey, a Tylenol won't do what massage therapy do. Percocet, Loratab. I'm not saying, just like KML, that, hey, you don't need that medicine that the doctor prescribed.
Always take the prescribed medicine
that your doctor prescribed. And notate that we said that your doctor prescribed.
That's right.
But
always obey the doctor's orders.
Yes, but to have that touch. And honey, let me just say this before I kick it to our next break. When I tell you, you ain't got to tell her where that point at. She go to it and you be like, what you supposed to be doing? You supposed to be breathing. I'm trying. She was like, well, do you want it to stay in there or do you want it gone? I want it gone. Get lighter, please. Get a little lighter. But when you get off of that table, when I tell you, I can't even explain it. It's such a, like, you nearly can't stand. You have like
so relaxed
inner body experience because you just. But with that being said, we're gonna kick it to our second break. DJ, bye.
COVID-19 in Mississippi. There are over 1,900 new cases, more than 10 new deaths, over 900 hospitalizations. And this brings Mississippi numbers to well over 144,000 cases, with over 3,600 deaths. With an increase of over 55%, the numbers are the highest since August. Mississippi test positivity rate is over 14%, moving us up on the global health risk level tracker, which means, folks, we went from orange to red. Governor Reeves has set a mask mandate for multiple counties in Mississippi. Please, please be aware of this virus. Stay alert of this virus. Protect yourselves and stay safe out there. We'll be back with more of our show.
And we're back, and we've been tuned in with KML, getting us educated on massage therapy and how it can help you deal with your physical pain, emotional pain, your psychological pain,
Yes.
whatever pains you have. KML has Work on Me therapeutic massage therapy to get you on your way. So we're going to go into worst ways to deal with pain. Tobacco use. That relates to cancer, surgical, childbirth, neurogenic, and psychogenic. Drug use, which ties into that as well. Drugs will always break the body down. Read the side effects to all medication before taking it. It can save your life. Alcohol abuse, sex. Now hold on. I know some of you are scratching your head right now going, you just said sex was a great stress reliever. When it speaks of sex, using it in the wrong way to relieve pain, it is talking about sex addiction. That's when you have multiple partners, and what you're doing is filling a void. And that void is what? Pain. That's what they mean by sex. You become promiscuous. You're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Because you're hurt, so you taking your hurt out with sex. You're using that as a drug as opposed to
As a pain reliever.
As a pain reliever. And food. We have a lot of people who get depressed and they turn to eating. You know what I'm saying? And that brings on and that brings on obesity. And obesity is pain within itself because that's a lot of weight to carry around, literally.
Right. And figuratively.
Okay?
Yes.
Yes.
And it can cause death with the COVID.
What you said, okay? Ways to deal with pain. Pray. I always say pray and seek God because, listen, people, you may not think God is the way, and you may not think that going to church can be beneficial and that it can help you, but it can help you just as much as massage therapy can, just as much as narcotics prescribed by the doctor can, just as much as drug use and alcohol. Why can't we make God an addiction?
Amen.
Why can't you
Drop the mic.
Okay?
Drop the mic and walk away from the stage.
Why can't you become addicted to God? Because guess what? There is no side effects.
Show you right. Nothing but benefits.
Nothing but benefits.
Stress reliever.
It's
What
a
you
stress reliever. You go and you cast those worries to Him,
Worry
and you
taker.
can walk away. And guess what? Didn't cost you nothing.
Didn't cost you nothing. And he won't tell nobody.
And He won't tell nobody. It's gonna be a secret. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna snoop. You know what I'm saying?
Right about.
Pray, seek God. He can help you. Meditate, breathe. That is what KML is trying to tell you, that when she starts any session, she starts with breathe in and breathe out. Meditate, clear your mind, let it go. Hey, if it's too much, let it go. You are not in control. You can think you're in control all day, every day. You're not in control.
The world go round.
It don't go straight. Okay?
Right about it.
Seek medical attention if needed. Try to do massage therapy, meditation, seeking God. Then if all else fails, you have a mental problem. Therefore, you need to seek mental health. Hey, we for mental health over here. Don't be going out here killing yourself over some nonsense that can get cleared up.
Right about it.
Go seek that medical help. Talk to a counselor.
That's right.
Talk to a psychiatrist. Seek help. By all means, we down with it.
Yes.
If you that burdened down and your only help is to lay on the couch and get it out. And get it all out.
Yes.
Or come and be a part of this podcast.
Or come-
Getting it all
Getting
out.
it all out podcast.
We're therapeutic.
Our therapeutic
I said,
massage work on me.
We are therapeutic.
Yes. Take OTC. That's over-the-counter medication in case y'all going, what in the world is OTC? Sometimes Tylenol and Aleve
Nothing.
just won't do. But either way it goes, hey, and try to work it out. It's an option. Reduce stress in your life. Hey man, stop trying to take on stuff that you can't take on. You cannot live your life for other people. Hello. Let me repeat that.
You cannot live your life for other people.
And that's what we often
Are
try
they
to do.
listening?
I hope so. Because there's a lot of people trying to live their life for other people. You can't do that. You can't think for me.
Right.
You can't answer for me. Why you bogged over there trying?
Yes.
Don't do it. Reduce stress in your life. Real
And
talk.
stop snooping, that'll help.
Oh, here go a great one right here. Practice
What you preach.
positive thinking.
Thinking, yes.
We think negative too much.
Yeah.
We always assuming. When you assume, you make up.
That's you and me.
There you
Now
go.
just you.
No.
So, practice positive thinking. And fun facts. I love when our researcher Betty J do fun facts. This is one of the sayings that I used to say. No pain,
Woo.
No game.
no gain. No pain.
No pain.
Ooh.
No gain.
No pain.
No
gain. No pain.
No game. No.
Hey. In order to live something, you gotta go through something. Right. God says that suffering is not without
We
purpose.
miss you, Betty Wright.
Let me repeat. We do miss you.
Betty
And we
Wright.
don't own the rights to this song, but we miss you, Betty. God says that suffering is not without purpose.
Yes.
God uses circumstances to teach powerful lessons and to accomplish His will. Thank you for the fun fact. So, having said all of that, we're going to kick it back to Kay and Mayo, who's going to go in a little bit more depth about
Still went to church over there. Church.
She done got the singing, honey, back in her singer days.
And what you say.
Hit it.
Oh man, listen. Emotional distress is the result of the action of others. You let what other people do to you stress you out.
Heck out.
Other times, it may be result of regret. You're regretting something in your past. You cannot do anything about your past.
Oh, say that again.
You cannot do anything about your past.
So sing.
Ask God to forgive you, forgive yourself, and what? Move on.
Yes.
On out of there.
Because you can't do nothing about your past. Your past is your past, but it does not have to be your future.
Yes, sir.
Or your present.
Or your present.
Yes, sir.
Or your present. Or you could have a loss. Listen, I love all three of my grandmothers. I love my father's mother. I love my mother's adopted mother. And I love my mother's biological mother. But they gone.
Yeah.
And I can't bring them back. I can't bring my grandfather back. I can't bring my favorite uncles back. I can't do none of that. I can only take the lessons that they taught me and apply them to my life daily.
Right.
It can be a result of our underlying mental health condition.
Yes, sir.
When you prolong your own suffering, that's a mental condition.
Mm-hmm.
And with that mental health condition, it's either one of three things. It's a symptom of depression, a symptom of anxiety, or you are experiencing symptoms of spiritual neglect.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, y'all. No matter how you try to get around God, you can't. God is the creator of this world. He is the creator of this universe. You can't get over Him. You can't get around him. He made you. You are a creature
Can't get under him either.
created by God. And the Bible says he is a jealous God. You giving your attention to here, yonder, there, that guy, that girl. You going to all of these people, including me, as a massage therapist. But I am not a God. At the end of the day, I can treat what's going on with you as long as you are on my table. But if that issue persists, you got to turn it over to God.
Right.
Spiritual neglect is big in America today. People are leaving out God. Some of your stress and some of your anxiety, some of your depression can be relieved if you just take it to the altar. What's that girl name that said take it to the altar? That song, Jessica Reed? Shout out to you. She said take everything to the altar and leave it there. Once you leave it there, God ain't gonna tell nobody. He gonna work it out. Now, the miracle you pray for may not be the miracle you receive, but it's still a miracle at the same time. God's gonna work it out for his purpose for your life at the end. He can see what you're going to look like at the end of your life, from birth to the grave. God already knows what he has planned for you. He already knows the plans that he has for you. He knows your purpose, the reason why you're here. And he's going to give you that. He's going to take you through that. He's going to fix it for you. What did TT and DJ Vine say a while ago? The pain has a purpose. The reason why you're going through so much pain, either you did it to yourself, you disobeyed God, or God is trying to get something out of you. And that's all it is. We got to return back to God. All of us. We got to return back to God. We got to pray. Now, I ain't saying you got to get on your knee. You can talk to God with 3 words. Lord, have mercy.
Yeah.
That is a prayer.
Yeah.
Lord, have mercy. I can't bear some of this stuff I'm going through because, look, God puts us through a lot of things we don't understand.
Yes.
We don't understand why we're going through this. We don't understand.
But you'll understand it better by and by.
Y'all always thinking.
Because, I mean, we're all going through things that we don't understand.
Yeah.
But at the end, long as God knows, you good.
Right.
Lean on him. What's it called? Lean.
Lean on me.
No, lean not to your own
Lean
understanding.
not to your own understanding, baby. We got to start with everything.
Right. There you go.
Listen, depression. Depression comes because you simply don't want anybody to know that you have failed or is down.
Boy,
We all done failed and we all down.
And we
You
all have
confiding in me doesn't do anything but better you.
Yeah.
Depressed, talk to somebody. That's what depression is. Cry out and don't be afraid to cry out. People got it in their head where you too prideful for ask for help. Are you kidding me? Who hasn't been on their last? Who hasn't been on the bottom? Okay, the singer, what's his name? The one that says, we fall down.
Donnie McClurkin.
Okay.
Shout out to Donnie McClurkin.
Shout out. But we fall down, but we get back up again. And you keep striving. You're not the first and you're not going to be the last. That's on depression. Just talk to somebody. I don't care if you talk to your Barbie doll. If your Barbie doll giving, okay, well,
Play with it, okay.
if you want to, but if your Barbie doll giving you ease, if you feel better at the end of the day,
Play with that Barbie doll.
okay, confiding in Ken the Barbie doll, where he stopped you from taking those pills. Ken the Barbie doll tell you better than this. Listen to Ken the Barbie doll because you better than this. God can use anything, even a mere object, to get his word out or get his will across. Please believe me, guilt. Who don't got guilt? We all sin.
And come short of the glory of God. All have sinned.
All. And what did I say on our previous episode? We're born in the what?
Sin.
Shaped in what?
Iniquity. Do you need me to break that down?
Right. At the end of the day, who don't have guilt? We all got guilt over something. Failure. Who has not made a mistake? God said in his word, he who is without sin cast the first stone.
Throw it if you want to.
Did
Don't break your
anybody
glass
cast?
house.
But hold on. Did anybody casket. No, what did they do? They dropped
Dropped
the
their stone
stones
and
down
walked
by
away.
their own feet and got on down. Why? Because we've all have failed. Rejection. Oh my God, I'm 44 and single.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough saying. I shouldn't even have to say anymore on rejection. I'm tired of rejection. You know what I'm saying? But I've had my share of plenty.
You didn't get that job because you wasn't qualified.
There you go.
Rejected. It's okay.
Rejection.
Move on.
It's okay. Move on.
It's called
Loneliness. I'm lonely every single night. Okay? Let me throw that out there. Lonely. Okay? Loneliness. We all go through it.
Mhm.
I'm alone when everybody around me. Why? Because sometimes you just don't feel like people understand. You just feel like people don't get it. You think you're the only one that feels that way.
Yeah.
Be that way.
But
you know.
you're not.
But you're not. You're not. You're really not. Brody of God.
Mm.
How many times do we bro and walk around with our lips dragging around? Nigga, you can sweep up dirt.
Is it brooding or
Brody.
brooding?
No, it's Brody.
It's brooding.
Mm-hmm. BROODING. You just wrote it just down for no reason. Just more grief. We all got it. And we all tired of Corona.
Mm.
Corona, listen.
You got to go.
If you listening,
You got to go.
we praying against you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay? We so tired of Rona. Okay? Rona ain't playing. Listen, let me say this right here because this is painful as well. And I hope whoever statistical people are that you're listening. Corona don't have a racism boundary. Corona is coming to everybody. You all out here trying to separate. Poor blacks got it than whites and a couple of Mexicans and a couple of this people and that people. Listen,
It don't discriminate.
it's not discriminating, so why are we? Who cares that 200 more black people got it? The point is, it's affecting the white home, the German home, the Chinese home. Didn't it start in China? Wait, you know what I'm saying?
Went to Italy, the Italians been
Right. Like you get to a certain culture and all of a sudden it depends.
No, it's
on
just a
your
southern
race.
state. It's just a southern state.
Stop it. We all, and I'm pretty sure everybody will stand up with me that's listening to this podcast. They'll say, "Show enough, TT, you right. We don't care what color you are. We want Rona to kick rocks. Okay? We ready to start hugging again. We ready to start mingling again. We ready to let our guard down again. But since we can't come and look at work on me, massage therapy, she don't have to wrong.
Yeah, you gotta meet some criteria before you get on the table. You gotta meet some criteria before you get on the table. If you got any symptoms of corona, you cannot get no massage.
So that's how I feel on all the examples of emotional pain and how I feel on the tobacco use, you know what I'm saying, and sex use and all of that. Man, it's not gonna do no good. At the end of the day, you're going to fall right back into depression, guilt, failure, rejection, loneliness, brooding, and grief. When you misuse drugs, when you invite all of this stuff into your life, you're going to end up with all of the physical symptoms and you're going to end up with all the emotional symptoms. And then that's where our neuropsychologists will come in and clear it up with brain health because sometimes we do need to get out of our head. We're in our own way. We are our worst enemies, ourselves. We attack each other. With that being said, we're going to kick it over to DJ Vibe. DJ Vibe, hit me with the examples. Such and such.
Depression. I'm sure I've been through that back in my day. I'm alright these days though. Guilt. I don't know. Failure. Yes, that's painful. Loneliness. It kind of goes with the heartbroken thing with me.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of how you're in pain if you're lonely. But as far as the heartbroken, your heart is not really broken. Grief. I have really dealt with that a lot. Like paralyzing grief is, for instance, me losing my parents. Both parents less than a year apart.
Mm-hmm.
That's a paralyzing grief that I wouldn't wish upon anyone.
What are some of the experiences of that?
Loneliness is definitely one because I can't pick up the phone and call either parent.
Mm-hmm.
Dad this, mom this, neither one. And that all happened before I was 30 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So, you wish now, like, Okay, now I see how loneliness can be painful. Now that you said that, you know, because I now, being in my 40s, I wish I could pick up the phone and say, Mom, this is going on, or Dad, this is going on. So, but that's what I have on
When you
emotional.
say paralyzing pain, does it almost make you want to stop living?
It made me.
Do you go through life on autopilot? What does that feel like? Because I don't know, because both of my parents are still here.
It feels like you're in just a blur. Just like everything was just a blur when it happened. Because I lost my dad first. And then 7 months later, well, let's say 5 months later, I knew my mom was dying. It's paralyzing in the sense that you don't want to do anything. You just want to sit.
Okay.
You just want to sit. You don't want to move. You don't want the next day to come. You just want to sit. But you can't sit. So.
And your mom was awesome.
Well, thank you,
yeah,
darling.
she was a sweetheart. I remember her in those days.
Yes. So that's all I have on emotional pain.
Okay. And ways to deal with it, or ways not to deal with it. What do you have on, the alcohol, the drug abuse?
Or how did you deal with the
how did you
deal with it?
Well, I have dealt with it. No, actually, when my mom and my dad passed, I did start smoking Newports. I had never been a smoker in my life, but I did start smoking Newports, which I don't anymore. Thank God.
Amen.
Alcohol use, definitely. Sex, but food, yes. I gained like 70 pounds that year just because food was comfort.
Yeah.
It really
was.
When you say you was drinking, when you say alcohol, drinking alcohol or whatever, were you socially drinking before they passed and it just became more heavily?
I was a social drinker, and then when this happened, I became just a regular drinker. I'm a regular.
Just heavily, just one every
more
day.
Heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to know. I'm honestly, because my sister and brothers and I
haven't lost parents.
We haven't lost no parents, but we always tell them we don't know what we're gonna be.
Yeah, you don't know.
I haven't lost parents, but being raped by 3 different guys, buddy, it's a point in time where I lived off, like she said, I lived off of cigarettes. Just cigarettes and Coca-Colas. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You want to escape. You want to withdraw.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I withdrew so bad that my dad literally came to me because he thought I was gay. Mm-hmm. He was like, man, you're wearing all of these sagging clothes and these big long T-shirts, and you know what I'm saying? I don't hear you speak of guys. I don't, like, he literally came to me and thought, he had, that I was turning to women. Like, that's what my preference was, because he did not know. I internalized everything. Like, my parents, when I got raped the first time by the 2 guys when I was 13, I told no one. No one knew. I became by the cage bird scene. I went in with it. Till when I got 18, he was worried about that. He was like, tripping. No, I ain't tripping. This is what happened to me. And I know you can't do nothing about it now, because that's what, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's 5 years later. Yeah. But hey, okay, even at 27, it was too much. I'm like, oh my God, is this what I am? Is this the only way guys see me? Like, I'm just a good sex person or a good sex toy. No guys take, and I still actually have that in my mind, because I can't hold a, stable relationship. It's hard. It's hard when you have something like that happen in your life.
And I can't imagine.
God still can't see you as a real person. I'll give anything for God to see me and know that I'm above that right there. It's hard. It's a lot for a woman to deal with. You have no idea that even though I've forgiven every one of them, it still feel that way when they just don't see you.
When you still experience.
When they don't see you. It's rough.
Yeah. And let me just say this, because every time she talks of this, I think about where I was, why she didn't come to me. And
Why come I couldn't have protected her as being her big sister? Rape is a violence toward female. It's no love in that. And men, you're going to have to stop raping the women. You're going to have to stop raping the girl children because you're setting them up for failure. Men who misuse women or girls or prey on girls just to satisfy some sexual desire you have, when you do that, you take away that woman's right to be loved. And then when she go through things with a guy, a boyfriend, just a male companion, and they don't see that girl as something treasured and something cherished and treasured and should be up on a pedestal, you cause pain for that girl for the rest of her life. And women too. And I'm talking about that they grew up, but I'm talking about women, females. When are males, wake up, when are y'all gonna stop treating us like sex objects? Something to feel. You would rather, and I'm finna be raw right here, you rather jack off in a female that you don't care nothing about than to put that sperm or that semen into a garbage can. But that's exactly how you make women feel when you do that.
Women too. I'm not gonna excuse women.
No, don't excuse them, but I'm just
You're
saying.
out here with these young boys. What you're doing is you're
ruining their
feeding
life.
something. Lasciviousness is the biblical term. You're feeding something into them that is just not realistic. And then they're gonna go through that life looking for that older woman instead of enjoying where they at.
Yeah.
You know, you want to listen to a Leonard Kelly and them song, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Age mean everything.
It does.
Because you want to only grow within your mentality through experiences.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Your
Through the
environment.
life through the life you live. So if you're already plugging him to be above his time, who's gonna be able to
Deal with that.
be on his level and deal with that? But as you see, getting it all out, people are dealing with some real emotional issues. So we don't want to tie up too much time.
But I want to bounce off
Yeah, that's off of
please.
that.
because with my experience when I was raped, I got a lot of rejection growing up because I didn't know how to be around guys my age or how to trust guys. And I don't know if you remember me asking you, like, how are you able to be intimate after that? And I struggled with that. And then a lot of guys, when I was growing up, because I just lost my virginity last year when I was 25, a lot of guys thought something was wrong with me because I waited so long. And they never
do somebody raped you.
right, and it's like they never even, like, instead of you understanding or even asking, well, why did you wait so long? You have to assume that something's wrong with me because I waited so long.
Right.
And the guy that I'm with now, he's the first guy that ever asked me and said, well, he was like, well, you know what? He said, something must happen to you for you to wait. He said, because he said, that's not normal for girls to wait that long. He said, so what happened to you? And he's the first guy that ever asked me that. Any other guys would be like, what's wrong with you? Or why you wait that long? And something must be wrong with you. And so women, if you're dealing with that and, you know, with the rejection, it's nothing wrong with you. It's something wrong with them for them to think something is wrong with you.
Right.
And the right guy is going to understand and respect you for waiting and respect what you went through. So that's what I got on that.
Absolutely. And man, I feel you on that because it took me getting to this age for a guy to even understand and to see where I'm at with that. And as you may have heard Kaya Mayo say on a previous show, I've been awakened. You know what I'm saying? It was a long time coming, and I appreciate that guy for taking that time, for respecting that, for understanding that, for giving me a different point of view on that, you know, where it disturbed him more than it disturbed me. And I appreciate that because I honestly never really had that before. Where this, so, you know, we're all dealing, this just goes to show you what this show is all about. We're all dealing with pain, and we're not here to judge you. We're not here to criticize you or ridicule you. This is something that needs to be helped, and that's why I look forward to my session on every other Friday, is being able to get on KML's table and just letting it all go. And she's relieving those tensions. And when I get off that table, I feel reborn. I feel reset. I feel like, okay, I'm ready now. Almost, I mean, it ain't almost like church, but it's second to church.
Yeah.
Because listen, if I can go to church and get that word on Sunday, but hey, I'm going to be ready to hurt somebody. With all that being said, we're going to kick it to our final break. And when we come back, we're going to finish up and look forward to part 2 of pain that people are in. DJ Vibe, take us to a break.
According to the Institution of Higher Learning Board of Trustees, Jackson State University interim president Thomas Hudson has now been named the president of the university. It has been noted that he does such a great job, and they feel that he will continue to do so. A couple of Thomas Hudson quotes are that, I quote, "I come to you humbly, and I am here to make a difference," end quote. Another quote, he says, "For me, this is personal. It's about history. It's about legacy," end quote. We here at GIAO loves the acceptance speech of Thomas Hudson, for we too are here to make a difference in Mississippi. And with that being said, Thomas Hudson, we thank you for accepting the position, and we wish you the best. We'll be back with our show.
All right. We done came back. Everybody done got a little tissue. You know what I'm saying? Cleared a little tears and got a little work on me massage, therapeutic massage. All right. We gonna give our closing statements. We're gonna hit it to KML. Close us up with pain that people are in.
Pain that people are in. We are We are in a whole lot of pain tonight.
You gotta laugh to keep from crying.
And what you said, this is something serious. Pain ain't no joke.
No joke.
In closing, let me just say this. The benefits of massage therapy is manage of low back pain, relieve tension headaches such as migraines, reduce stress, improve cardiovascular health, improve sleep, decrease rheumatoid arthritis pain, lower blood pressure, increase blood circulation, and promote relaxation. Any session is better than no session. You can have 30 minutes, 60 minutes, or 90 minutes of massage therapy.
That's my closing on that.
Okay. All right. We're gonna kick it on to Betty J. Betty J, hit me with your closing thought on pain that people are in.
Okay, I'm going to kick it off with the saying, no pain, no gain.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Sometimes pain can come with a reward. And as some examples with menstrual pain, I have the reward knowing that I'm not pregnant.
I love it.
I love it.
But I can still get pregnant if I wanted to be, or if I was trying for one.
Yes.
When you're dealing with pain from losing a loved one, grief can bring, you closer to God. When you deal with pain from a relationship, once you leave and find someone better, you're going to be thankful that you endured that pain, because that pain caused you to leave and to find someone that will treat you better.
Woo!
I like that.
Also, when you have pain with childbirth, that reward is the child.
Yes.
So pain can be viewed as a good thing, because even though pain doesn't feel good, we should thank God, because it lets us know that something is wrong in our body.
Mm-hmm.
It also allows us to reflect on the consequences of our actions and sins and be thankful to God for making a way for us to be saved. When we're in pain, it's a time to connect with God, because who better endure extreme emotional, physical pain but God?
Lord. Yes, ma'am.
Because there is nothing, and this is facts, there is nothing that can compare to what Jesus experienced during crucifixion. So there's beauty in pain.
Girl, I said that. There's beauty in in pain, mess around and get constipated, and you gonna praise that doo-doo when it passed. Absolutely, there's beauty in everything,
Thank you, Lord.
and everything earthly. All right, DJ Died, hit us with your closing remarks on pain that people are in.
Let me just say, before I came here, my pet scratched the heck out of me.
Oh,
And it was very painful. Yes, Maverick scratched me.
we love Matt.
So I want to say that this scratch that I can see, like literally see, and I saw it bleeding, I can see me not getting over that.
Yeah.
But emotional pain and grief and all that, I feel like God puts us through those painful circumstances to know that we can get through it and we can heal from it.
Yes,
and ultimately, what doesn't kill us
Makes
only
us
makes us stronger. So therefore, this scratch is not going to kill me. But being that I can see it, I'm still bothered with it. But that's when you know to let go and give it to God. And when it's out of your control, you give it to God.
Absolutely. And we're going to kick it right back over to KML. KML, what was your thought again, honey?
No, I was just wanting to piggyback off of what DJ Vibe saying. All wounds and pain aren't visible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That's on a billboard in Ripley on Highway 15. When she chose this episode out of the topic box,
Mm-hmm.
I was on my way home, and they had just put that billboard up there because it wasn't up there the earlier that day when I left Ripley. But when I got back and seeing how everything that TT does, she's being led of the Spirit of Christ to do these topics or pick a certain topic and talk about a certain topic. People can put on a smiley face and they can do their job proficiently, but you don't know what's behind that smile. So we need to be courteous and kind to all people because we don't know what they're going through. We don't know the pain that they have suffered. It's just like with Batty J, she was saying when she spoke of her rape. Okay, somebody could have been raped the night before, but no, they had to be at work the next morning and they didn't have time to grieve that. They couldn't take no time because they needed to be at work. Right. So we as human beings, one to another, need to be kinder.
Yes.
And know that we all are suffering with some type of pain.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, so as we close it out with TT, I often look on Facebook. And on Facebook, you know, you always have somebody with a post. And the post reads, I'm glad I don't look like how I feel or what I've been through. So that just all collaborates everything we've been talking. You may see me and I may be smiling. You may see me and I may be carrying on. You may see me and I, in the words of my pastor, say I have that torch lit because you have to let your light shine. If you are a Christian of God, that no matter what God went through, he still had his head up high and did whatever he had to do. So don't judge the book by the cover.
Amen.
Know that I knew God, Jesus, I apologize. I knew Jesus, God, which is in the same. I know what I've been through, but I still have to show you that I came through it. I use a saying, and I tell my sister all the time. She'll call me or we'll call each other and we'll say, no, this going on, that going on. I call it preparation. He's always preparing you for your next phase of life. When you get knocked down, it's not that you got knocked down, it's that you skipped a step. You know what I'm saying? He take you back because you skipped a step. And he needs you to go back and correct the step you skipped. And he moves you right along. So don't think of as always negative, as Betty J have pointed out. Start looking at the beauty in things because there's beauty in everything ugly. I have said that many times and I believe that. It's beauty in anything ugly only if you want to see it. But remember, you won't be the first and you won't be the last. We all are struggling or going through something in our life And it is just a lesson to be learned. What do you mean, TT, is a lesson to be learned? So glad you asked. How can I teach about a stumbling block if I've never had one? You got to remember, people are coming after you, and there's already been people before you. Them old mothers knew what to tell you. Why? Because they've been there and they done it. I want all my ladies to right now sing with me. And you'll understand it better by and by. You'll understand anything you're going through better by. All you got to do is keep living. The easy way out is suicide. And that's not to step on anybody's toes, but that's just the truth. But if you just hold on a little while longer, you'll understand it. It'll make sense to you. Don't lose the faith. And as always, seek God, pray, and get help if you need it. Now we're going to take it to the what?
Shake
To the shake jar. Then we're going to do our shout outs, because we got a couple of shout outs.
We ain't gonna pick no more lines.
Man, we don't need to pick nothing of KMLs. Let me just go ahead and tell you that one. Oh God, I be so scared to pull in here, man. I try to tell you, man. Oh, I got one. It felt like KMLs. When I touched it.
Oh, Lordy.
This one of KML papers. I can just feel it. Oh, no. This is one of TT's. What is it about Mississippi that people refuse to see that it's more than cotton, slavery, racial profiling, police brutality?
What? Oh my God! OMG!
Wait.
Hold on. Did y'all catch that?
Yes.
Let me.
Oh my goodness!
Wait a minute, let me get through with it. Oh God. Oh my goodness.
The spirit of Christ.
Then cotton, then slavery, then racial profiling, police brutality, etc. But there are good people, white, black, new and old. Let's talk about the new what? Man, y'all never said Okay, I'm dead. I'm gone off of that one.
Alrighty.
Whoa, God.
Alrighty then. I love it when DJ Vine singing. Girl.
Alrighty then. We're out.
Yes, ma'am. We're out. And we with our shout outs. We want to give our shout outs. We want to give a early shout out to Miss Leanne. I'm sorry, let me get it right. Dr. Leanne Foster, who will be coming for our part 2. So shout outs to Dr. Leanne Foster. We also want to give shout outs to our old guests and some of our returning guests. We want to do Mr. AKA. Man, we miss you, Mr. AKA. We need you to come on back and help us out. We have JL7.
She's not a square.
She's not a square. And we have Mo Truth, who kept it true with us. You know what I'm saying? So, and we also have none other than Bahara Vision. So we want to, and don't let me forget Nephew Bruh. Nephew Bruh.
How could you forget Nephew Bruh?
Okay, we cannot forget Nephew Bruh. Nephew Bruh, we give you a shout out. Why? Because you the one who gave me my name.
Oh, here we go with that.
So we want to thank everybody who continues to make this show happen and support us. We thank you. Shout out to all our fans. Shout out to our slide-ins. Hey, people are piling me up with the slide-ins, and we have not forgotten about you. It's coming. Look for Since You Asked, which is uncut, uncensored, and you ain't ready, coming up soon. Look for Youth Reveal, where we're dealing with everyday youth problems and situations. Because they're not adults, they still have their problems and their situations need to be looked at. Suicide for teens is on an all-time high. So we want to give our dues to Youth Reveal. So we want to give shout outs to that. We want to give shout outs to our sponsors, Work on Me Therapeutic Massage, who enlightened us tonight. And we want to thank you, KML, for enlightening us tonight. We want to give shout outs to Pope Lawn Services. Hey, I done seen the guy's work. He on point. We want to give shout outs to me, baby. You know what I'm saying? This is the Bride Twin. We working on it to make your dreams a reality. Don't sleep on it. Stay woke. You know, we want to give shout outs to that. And hey, we're looking to get in more sponsors. Give us a holler at one of us or get at you, whoever that may be. Just holler at us. KML, any shout outs?
Yes, I want to give a shout out to Cracker Barrel, New Albany, Mississippi. Thanks for the great lunch. Thank you. It was very good, very good, very good, very good service. Thanks to the waitress. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am. And any shout outs, Maddie J?
I have none.
Okay, Maddie J said she good on that. KML, I'm sorry, I already did KML. DJ Vibes, you got any shout outs?
Shout out to Maverick for giving me my pain before I got here.
Hey man, we love Maverick now.
Don't be mistreating Maverick.
Maverick is beautiful. He's a loving dog. Maverick ain't no dog.
He's not a dog.
Trust and believe what I tell you about Maverick. You know, so give a shout out to all pet lovers.
Yes.
Because we love pets. They become one of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They carry the pain that we carry.
They
So
do.
shout out to all pet lovers. We don't hate on nobody here. This is a non-judge zone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody got
Right.
their own way. Everybody got their problems and everybody dealing with pain. What I got to say to that is always seek God, pray. You know what I'm saying?
Seek counsel.
And it's all seek counsel. And as always, when
You can't tell your mama, tell your TT. New ship.
and we out.
This year has shown us just how much we have to be thankful for. Again, we would like to thank our sponsors, Vision Enterprise 20 LLC, Pope Lawn Services, and hey, let's not forget our girl KML of Work on Me Therapeutic Massage LLC. And like she said, she's good at what she do. You'll be glad you did. Work on Me Therapeutic Massage, working to keep you in motion. And as usual, we do not own the rights to any music played on the podcast. The views and opinions given are only those of the podcast panel and no one else. The views and opinions given do not reflect the views of any of our sponsors, Vision Enterprise 20 LLC, or its parent companies, or the panel companies or any companies that the panels are affiliated with or may have previously communicated. We will attempt to be critical thinkers, and views and opinions are subject to change at any time. The information given is considered allowable, but neither Vision Enterprise 20, its affiliates, or the panel affiliates warrant completeness or truth, and should not be considered as such. But with that being said, you never know what word or words will bring someone, somewhere, some closure. We thank you again for joining us.